ask me how I know it'll be okay.
Hey, this is J. Lucky Henry, Keller Williams agent in the greater Boston area. You won't believe how many questions I get on a daily basis. Every day people need answers. Every day people need explanations. That's why every day people need to get real. REAL. Real estate explained amazingly by Lucky in 90 seconds, give or take. Hey, what's up? It's J. Lucky Henry. Welcome back to Real Estate Explained. Today's video, last video we talked about buyer's market, seller's market. Today I'm going to talk about top 3 tips on how to buy in a seller's market. Now, if you don't understand what a seller's market is, go back and watch that video, but you're here because you probably want the tips, so I'll get into the tips. Tip number 1, be prepared mentally, right? You're going in knowing that this is going to be tough to buy here. The sellers are going to want the highest possible price for their property, and as they should, you would want the highest price for your property. So be prepared and understand that it's going to be a bidding war. Bidding wars mean you might bid, someone else might bid a little bit higher than you, and a good listing agent on the other side is going to say, hey, I know you want the property. You came in at $350, they came in at $351, I'm going to need you to be at $352. Be prepared for this mentally. Set your barriers, know how high you're willing to go, and don't start with your highest unless that's your strategy. Unless it's a strategy you and your buyer agent came up with as we're going in strong right now to win it. Understand that still might not be enough in some cases, and that bidding wars, they're not personal. They're not rejecting you personally. It's just they're doing what is in the best interest for their client, trying to get the highest and best price. Tip number 2, right? Write in escalation clauses. If you know bidding wars are going to happen and you and your agent decide it's a good idea, consider writing escalation clauses. That means that you're going to say, we're willing to bid $350, going all the way up to $375, right? And we're going to bid maybe $2,000 over any bona fide offer, right? Something like that. You and your agent are going to work on how you word it specifically, that it protects you, that they can't say you're paying $375 for it just because their neighbor said, hey, I can give you $373, right? No, it has to be a bona fide offer, pre-approval, and that if you say no to it, this person is going to buy it. So make sure you get with your attorney and your real estate agent and make sure you write that in a way that protects you. But basically all it is it's going through the bidding war without you having to go back and forth constantly. You're letting the seller know, hey, I'm serious about this. I'm willing to pay up to this because that's my ceiling. You know what it is now. And I'm willing to go $2,000 over anybody else who doesn't pass that ceiling. So it's a very good way of letting them know you're serious, you're in. On the downside, it does let them know where the top of your hand is. And a good agent might be able to flip that and get someone to come in over you, right? Again, be prepared mentally, right? It's tough to buy in a seller's market, but it is doable. The third tip I have for buying in a seller's market is consider a fixer-upper, right? A lot of people like to go into turnkey homes. Why not? I like to get in my car, push to start. Why would I want to get in the house, turn the key in, walk in and live, right? However, you can get a turnkey home without buying a turnkey home. If you buy a fixer-upper and consider getting a construction loan, a 203K loan, talk to your loan officer about what they offer and what they call them in your area. But it's basically another loan, an additional loan that can get wrapped into one payment. So it's not like you're paying 2 different places back. You can get 2 loans wrapped into one that fix the property up if you can afford the time before you move in. So if you have some time, your lease isn't up, right? Or you haven't sold your place yet anyway, you can stay with friends. If you can afford the time, consider getting a fixer-upper and then customizing it to what you want. They're often going to be lower priced because they're not turnkey, and less people looking at them because more people might be inclined to buy turnkey homes. So you might not get into as high of a bidding war. Now at this price point too, a lot of times you'll be competing with investors who are in there potentially lowballing. So this might be a good strategy to look at because you're willing to pay close to fair market value for it and then fix it up. Those are my 3 tips. Again, each case is a little bit different. You figure out what's best work for you, get with your agent, figure out that strategy. If you're in the greater Boston area, contact me and we'll figure out the best strategy to get you to buy in a seller's market. This is J. Lucky Henry, and I'm here to keep it real with you. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, call or text 978-712-0244 and make sure you subscribe to my channel for more.
Another way they ask me how I know it'll be okay.